Alrighty, welcome to the Cube Draft. I unfortunately started with an Ancient Tomb out of an extremely bad pack, and then of course my Streamlabs acted up, so I had to restart it. But we are starting with another Vintage Cube. This is a League Draft, and we've got an Ancient Tomb. What do we take second? Ooh. So, on the one hand, I do like Duress, Knight's Whisper, these are fine. Sensei's Top is also a pretty decent combo card, but I'm kind of, and Recurring Nightmare is a good Reanimator card. I'm a little interested in taking Luris, and maybe just, if you start with Luris and drafting a Luris companion deck, I really can't get enough of that. So let's take Luris, and let's see if it works out such that we can companion it up here. I've got a decent start for that with Luris. Ooh, second pick. Oh, wait. Oh, man, there's a Fable here. So, second pick, Luris helps, and Rafine's Tower is actually a great land for Luris because you do end up playing blue a lot of the time, and of course a white-black is kind of a natural. So, I am interested in that. I could also just take Fable and either play Luris in my main deck or just move away from Luris. Oh, Fable's so much the best card here. There's also Dark Ritual, which is actually pretty good in a Luris deck. But I'm going to take Fable. As much as I like Luris, and man, we'll see where we end up. I just don't think passing Fable is a good idea. It's just one of like the top 20-ish cards in the cube. Next up, we're going to take Vamp. Nothing really that compares with Vamp Tutor given our start. So Colonnade isn't bad, but So here I could take Ashen Rider or Iona. They're both good Reanimate-ish cards. I like a Rider a little more because it works better with like sneak attack and that kind of thing for Iona. There's also Phantasmal Image, which actually works pretty well with Luris. There's Bitter Reunion, also a Luris combo, though it would be another discard outlet for Fable. There's also Walking Ballista, but Walking Ballista Luris is okay, but you can only cast Ballista as a 1/1 off of that, because you can't spend more than that. I think I'm going to take Bitter Reunion. The way I see it is I have the start to a maybe red-black Reanimator deck. I also could play Luris just main deck in a red-black deck, and Bitter Reunion helps with that. So this seems like an okay start. Oh, now there's a Dismember. Also Curtains and Ophiomancer and Embereth Shieldbreaker and Thief, a bunch of decent black-red cards. So I don't mind the place we're in, but I'm going to take Dismember. It's just too efficient not to take. Oh, wow. Entomb, 7th pick. All right, we're going to take Entomb over like Kroxa and Breeding Pool, but I'm liking the Reanimate style of deck here, and now I'll probably take Goldspan. At this point, I'm either going to main deck Luris or not play it. I just think Fable's too good to walk away from, but I'm pretty happy with Goldspan. It's great with Ancient Tomb. It's not really quite a Reanimate card, but it can help you cast the cards you do intend to Reanimate, and I mean, if it ends up that you're like turn 2 Bitter Reunion, turn 3 Necromancy, Goldspan, that's not a terrible start. Okay, so we got Luris and then immediately moved away from it, but Luris is a combo with Bitter Reunion. There are some worlds where we end up playing Luris kind of just in the main deck. And even if we don't, even if Luris gets out of here, we still have Fable, Goldspan, just like some pretty powerful stuff going here. Ooh, so now there's Blackcleave Cliffs or Woodfall Primus. That's interesting. So on the one hand, Woodfall Primus is a good Reanimator card. On the other hand, besides Entomb, it could just be a really good black-red deck. Let's just take Blackcleave Cliffs, and if we get things to reanimate, and Reanimate's great. Oh, wow. Knight's Whisper and Duress. I think I'm going to take Duress. I like having a little disruption here, and Bitter Union's a card draw spell. I just think Duress is great. This is a pretty good start. It feels like black-red is fairly open. It's getting a lot of decent late black-red cards, so don't mind at all. End up with Fable on 3 into Goldspan. That's Dark Ritual Wield, slamming it. All right, well, this is going great. So here there's Blooming Marsh, which is obviously fine to take, as I could end up just splashing green. There's also Magma Opus, which could be interesting if I get Mizzix Mastery. Let's speculate on Magma Opus. I don't know how likely it is I'm going to play it, but I like the idea. We have Oh, look, now we can just take Iona. So we have a card to reanimate if we end up with Reanimate stuff. Oh, kind of a free Ophiomancer. Murktide, get out of here. All right. All right, this is a start. Well, now there's Mana Vault and there's Gristlebrand and there's Library, but honestly, I would take Library after both Mana Vault and Gristlebrand. I think I'm actually fine just to Gristlebrand here. I have Bitter Reunion, Entomb, Fable. So that's a pretty good amount of ways to get Gristlebrand into the graveyard. I have Vamp. And I have Dark Ritual. So, and even Goldspan. So I have all the setups to be a good Reanimator deck. This deck doesn't look like a good Mana Vault deck. Like, what am I casting with Mana Vault? Goldspan is good. That's a good combo with Mana Vault. The rest of these cards really just aren't. Fable Mana Vault's not that great of a combo. It just seems like a red-black Reanimator is fairly open. So I will explore it. A lot of one-drops. Yeah, I saw you, Dismember. Get back in here. Let's put the big creatures over here. And even though I might get it later, I might just take Blood Tithe now because it's going to be really good in this deck. There's also Mizzix's Mastery to go with Magma Opus, but I kind of feel like I can wheel Mizzix's Mastery. I have the Magma Opus, like who else is taking that card? And Blood Tithe's really good. It's actually no joke. I mean, if you've played Pioneer or Standard, then you probably have a good idea of how good Blood Tithe is, but it is just a really good card. Gives you a blood token so I can discard these giant creatures, while also being a 2-mana 3/2 that can attack or sack to kill something. So Blood Tithe is a card I don't want to miss. Well, see, Mind Twist is now a card that Mana Vault would have been good to win, but it's good with Ancient Tomb and Dark Ritual, so I think I'm just going to take Mind Twist here. Verdant wouldn't be a bad pickup either, but I feel like Mind Twist is better. Okay, so now we can take a land. I'll probably take Arid Mesa and then be on the lookout for either wheel that Godless Shrine or just pick up a red-black land. I think that's better. We don't want Splinter Twin, don't really want Steam Vent, so Arid Mesa it is. Currently, Lurrus is looking not quite there. It's good with Blood Tithe and it's good with Bitter Reunion. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay. Interesting. So on the one hand, there's Corpse Dance, which is good with Gristlebrand, not very good with Iona. There's Chrome Mox, which is good, but with like Ancient Tomb and Dark Ritual, I don't feel like I'm in quite as much need to take it. It's also Underworld Breach, which currently isn't looking amazing here. It's actually kind of a nice combo with Lurrus, and it's great with Dark Ritual. Will Corpse Dance wheel? I don't know that I want to count on that. This isn't the best Breach deck. Let's just take the Corpse Dance, I think. All right, well, I like Dak Faden, but I'd rather not splash blue, and Snuff Out's just a busted card. There's also Scrapwork Mutt, which if that comes back, I'll be pretty happy, but I think Snuff Out is just too good to pass. It's the Black Swords to Plowshares. I mean, how could you hate it? And we're looking for a little more Reanimate stuff, but having Entomb, Vamp, and Corpse Dance is already a pretty decent start. Obviously, it would be nice to find Animate Dead, Reanimate, Necromancy. Exhum's not bad. Animate Dead is actually the one I want the most, I think, because Animate Dead Lurrus is a sick combination. You cast Animate Dead, you get something back, they kill it, then you go Lurrus, recast it. It's great. Agatha's Soul Cauldron's kind of cute with Gristlebrand. You exile Gristlebrand, put a +1/+1 counter on something, and you can just pay 7 life to draw 7 cards. I think I'll take Wheel. Wheel with when you have Vamp and Ancient Tomb and Dark Ritual, Wheel can do some good work. So I don't mind taking that. Also, a 7th pick Wheel of Fortune. It's pretty good. It's also good with Goldspan. You make a bunch of mana, and you wheel. All right, Ophiomancer I don't really want to start at this point. I have Snuff Out and Dismember, so I have a pretty good amount of removal. Could still use a red-black land to go get, though black-white would also work. Ooh, I'll take Troll. Still want a red-black land, but a Troll as a mana fixing plus a reanimate target is pretty good. I like Kitesail Freebooter, but I already have Duress. Oh, okay, there's Zeator's Proving Ground. So, here's a tapped red-black land, which would make my mana better. There's also Life Death, and that's just a reanimate spell. I think I gotta just take the reanimate spell. We have one more pack to get a red-black land, so I think that's fine. I'm just short on reanimate spells, and I think reanimate spells will be good. Plus, this is one that works with Iona. You just get it back. I mean, you lose 9 life, but if you play most decks, if you pay 9 life to put Iona into play, Iona will stop you from dying. All right, well, Godless Shrine of Wield, so that could make Arid Mesa into fixing. It doesn't help with the troll. But so did the Mizzix Mastery. It did, in fact, wheel. And Mizzix Mastery with Magma Opus is very good. So I think I will take that. Also, there's a chance I go like Dark Ritual, Overload Mizzix Mastery, replay Wheel, Magma Opus, Dark Ritual, Duress, all this stuff. I also could pick up an Ultimatum or two. Now that I have Mizzix Mastery, if I get like Cruel Ultimatum, I can discard it to like Bitter Reunion or Fable and then go off. Let's take Grimlavamancer as a sideboard card. So what am I missing? I could use another Animate spell, and I could use another Animate target. Like Archon of Cruelty plus Animate Dead. If I could pick up those 2 cards, this would be great. I also am in the market for like Faithless Looting. I have Fable, Blood Tithe, and Bitter Reunion, so I'm not doing too bad. Wheel of Fortune's also kind of a backdoor way to discard. I'm just going to take the black-white land. I don't know. I could see it. Oh, Breach wheeled. Okay. Well, sure. We'll take it, I guess. I didn't think Breach was going to wheel. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know how likely I am to play it, but you never know. Kogla and Yadaro. Huh. Funny. I guess that's kind of a Reanimate card. All right. Let's see what we got here. Nothing, really. I mean, nothing like I'm excited to first pick. I guess I could take Exhume or Savai Triome. Honestly, I think I'd rather just take Savai Triome. I think Exhume is pretty likely to wheel, and it's the one I like least of the Reanimate spells. So just locking in the red-black land right now means that this Arid Mesa and this Troll now fix both colors, and we just get a red-black land that we just get to draw and play. That's enough to... I think that locking it in now means that I won't have to make an awkward pick. Like imagine... You know, it's pick 7, and I'm like, wow, there's a Badlands in the pack, and there's an Animate Dead in the pack. I guess Animate Dead pick 7 is a little ambitious. But, like, even... I just don't want to be in a situation where I have to decide between a red-black duel and something really good, whereas Exhume, I think, is weak enough that I don't mind doing that. There's a couple things we're missing. The 3 first picks in our draft being Ancient Tomb... I guess Gristlebrand and Savai Triome is not like the most exciting, but I do like where this deck is going. Black definitely seems open. Okay. Well, there's a red-black land, but now there's an Atali. And Atali is one I really like that works well with Corpse Dances, unlike Iona. So I think I take that over Blood Crypt and Oliphant and Infernal Grasp. I think Atali is quite good. Animate Dead, still on the radar, very much so. But, I mean, we've got pretty much a deck at this point. Thunderworld Breach I don't think is going to be good enough right now, so let's just take that out. It'd be nice if we didn't have to splash. We'd have 3 red-black lands, really 4 with this Troll. I mean, I could use another couple playables, but we're only 2 picks into this pack, so I imagine we're going to get some more. Wouldn't hate an Ultimatum type card, wouldn't hate Faithless Looting, wouldn't hate more Animates. Doing pretty good on Animate targets. I guess I'd play one more, but we already know that Woodfall Primus and Ashen Rider are gone. Haven't seen Archon of Cruelty yet. Those are some of the big ones. All right. Seasoned Pyro is perfect for this sort of deck. It's a powerful card that's also a discard outlet. And if Incinerate wheels or Mishra's Bauble wheels, I'll be happy, because I do want to play this Luris, and Bauble would be nice. I would like one more good Luris target, because right now, I mean, getting to replay Blood Tithe and Bitter Reunion is pretty good. Having a Bauble or an Animate Dead would both be awesome, though. Okay. You know, I still am not the biggest Inquisition fan. Fire Covenant is very strong. It's like a toxic deluge that kills all their creatures. But I still actually think I'm supposed to take the Inquisition, funnily enough. I just, having both Snuff Out and Dismember, that's a lot of life payment removal spells, so I think I'm actually fine just to take another discard spell here. And here we have some discard outlets. We have Putrid Imp, Collective Brutality, and Bazaar of Baghdad. There was an Urborg in our opening pack. Urborg Bazaar is a pretty strong combo. How good would Bazaar be in this deck? Turbo you to life death or corpse dance? Yeah, I actually don't mind it. All right. I just think collective brutality is so hit or miss. Oh, Animate Dead. Wow, we got a 6-pick Animate Dead. I guess that scenario wasn't so wild after all. Great pickup. Animate Dead was huge. This makes Luris great. It's just a good reanimation spell that also works really well with Luris. So that was a perfect pickup. Worldspine Worm unfortunately doesn't work well for this deck. I don't want Yogwill. I think I'd rather play Mana Confluence than one of these lands because they don't fix my mana. Yeah, I'm willing to run Mana Confluence. I don't think Hullbreaker Horror is very good. I haven't been impressed with that as a reanimate target. Oh, now there's Shallow Grave. Yeah, I mean, Shallow Grave, Gristlebrand, or Atali is very good. So I guess we're not getting Archon of Cruelty this time around. I would like to wheel that Urborg. Because just Urborg Bazaar means that Bazaar now taps for mana, so it's just a complete free roll. Like, you just get a complete second card out of this, which is awesome. Exhume came back. And I think I will still play that. All right. Well, now I have plenty of animates. So let's see. How many cards is this? If I had 8 to get 40, I'll have 14 land. Really 15 control, but really down to 14 because Bazaar. Oh, Blood Crypt came back. That's a welcome gift. It's possible I should just cut the Magma Opus Mizzix Mastery plan because I have a pretty good Bazaar plan. Oh, I guess we know we're not going to get any Cruel Ultimatums either. Because I need to cut like 2 or 3. And I think just focusing on... I think we'll just focus on the Reanimate package. Feels like we have a pretty good amount of support for that. I have 1 life payment Reanimate spell, Animate Dead, and then I have Corpse Dance and Shallow Grave. It's possible I can cut Corpse Dance because I think the fact that Exhume works with Iona is pretty appealing. Am I going to play Evolved Sleeper? I think I'll take Scrubland. I don't think I'm going to play Evolved Sleeper. Scrubland makes Arid Mesa like a tiny bit better. It's not really going to come up often because if I don't need the mana right away, I'll get Savai Triumph. Otherwise, I'll get Blood Crypt. But this is an additional untapped black source that I can get with it. Plus, I technically could hardcast Iona here. Though most of the time that's going to involve treasures anyway. Fire Covenant came back. Okay, I'll take it. I don't know that I'm going to main deck it, but it's a good sideboard card. Because, yeah, we're now land or 2 short. I guess I'll take the Putrid Imp, but I actually don't think I need to run it. Because I have Bazaar, Bitter Reunion, Seasoned Pyromancer, Fable, and Blood Tithe. That is enough. Especially with, and Wheel of Fortune. All right, well, let's take out Fire Covenant and Corpse Dance. We'll keep the Shallow Grave. And we have 4 animates. I guess I could play Vindicate pretty easily, so that's fine. Even easier. We have 4 animates, 3 big animate targets plus Goldspan, which is kind of half and half. And a bunch of discard outlets plus an Entomb and a Vamp. I mean, this is a very consistent Reanimator deck. I actually think it's going to work out pretty well. I don't need random other colors of lands. And so this is 17 lands, but really 16 because Bazaar doesn't count, but really 17 because Troll does. And do I want Vindicate, Breach, Mastery, Magma Opus? I don't think so. I think this actually looks great. Let's fire it off. Let's see how this goes. We've got a great mana, I assume, right? 3, 6. I put in 5 swamps, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black, and then 4 mountains, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black, or 9 red. Yeah. Oh, plus the Troll, which is extra for both of them. So I would say that the mana here is going to work out just fine. See how round 1 goes. Also for sideboarding, I've got Fire Covenant against creatures, Vindicate if they have like a particular permanent I have to get rid of, And Mastery Opus, but I don't really know what the circumstances are that would make me want to side that in. Okay. See, like, look at this. Definitely going to keep this hand. I can do a lot with this hand. Let's see, what are they up to? Green? No, red. I could vamp. I think I'm going to play a tapped Blood Crypt. Here's the reason. So I think turn 2, I just play Fable. And then turn 3, I can, on upkeep, vamp for a creature, discard it to Fable, and then Shallow Grave. But I might as well just draw for the turn, because if I draw a creature, I can vamp for something else. I'll probably want a Shallow Grave Gristlebrand, but we'll see. Okay, I mean, it'll kind of depend. I'll see, look, there we go. Now we drew the Gristlebrand. So now I'm going to go with Fable. If they counter it, they counter it, so be it. And I like not paying the life to Blood Crypt because it keeps me at a higher life total against an opponent who has Dragon's Rage Channel and red lands. And now I don't even need to vamp for anything. Ooh, what is like some kind of domain zoo? Guess we'll find out. They have access to 4 colors of mana. Presumably they're going to do something here. Okay. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Yeah, that's not that big of a deal in this situation. What are they going to do with that? Are they going to make their Dragon Rage into a 3/3 to stop the Goblin Shaman from getting a free attack? That kind of seems like what you would do. No, you're making a food. Okay. So now I'm not going to vamp, I don't think. I'm just going to draw for my turn. Discard Gristlebrand and Shallow Grave it. And we'll see what I draw. Huh, I could cast Gristlebrand this turn, right? 4, 5. No, I guess it'd be 1 short. I mean, yes, I'll use the ability. I kind of think I just discard. No, I should just discard a swamp as well. I don't need. Yeah. Now, how am I going to do this? I have a lot of ways. I could Shallow Grave off Blood Crypt plus a land, and then leave up Ancient Tomb. I could also Shallow Grave off Dark Ritual to leave up Bazaar Baghdad, but that doesn't sound great. Let's Shallow Grave off land here. Let's pay 7 life. I'm going to go to 10. Okay, so I drew Entomb. Let's attack my opponent. Attack. I'm just going to kill Oko here. I don't really see a reason to leave Oko alive. Okay, and now I've already played a land, but I have a treasure token. I can Dark Ritual Entomb. I'm at 17. I guess I haven't hit. I can't put Itali into the graveyard under the current circumstances. I could Dark Ritual. I think what I'm going to do is, since I have Yuna in my deck, I'm going to add black, Dark Ritual, Inquisition you. Your hand is Fallen Shinobi and 3 lands. Oh. Okay. So I kind of want to reanimate Iona. It would take a lot of damage if I did that. Because I would take 2 off Ancient Tomb going to 15 and then 9 off Iona going to 6. But then I'd have a blocker and I could name probably black. I don't really know what color to name, honestly. Yeah, that seems probably fine though. I still have Animate Dead in my deck. I'll put a Iona in my graveyard. And Death on Iona. And I guess I named black. I don't know. It also makes a Fallen Shinobi hit on me a little less strong. All right, let's discard Black Cleave Cliffs, I think. I might actually cast Itali here, so I don't really want to discard it yet. Plus, I can basically discard it for free off Bazaar. They can't hardcast Fallen Shinobi now. I could have named blue because they could have had like a Sower of Temptation or something. Let's see the revealed cards. Oh, they also had a bunch of swamps revealed. I guess naming blue could have helped. Oh, this is a little dangerous for them. Casting Consider before attacks, like the odds that their Dragon's Rage Channeler has to attack me are pretty decent now. If they put anything in their graveyard that's not a land, instant, or planeswalker with Consider or with the Dragon's Channeler Surveil, they hit a planeswalker. Oh, name black. Okay. Naming black already was like paid off. I guess if I had named blue, they would have not been able to draw already. They draw Consider and pass, but they still get to play it next turn. Yeah, now they have to attack with their Dragon's Rage Channeler. All right. It's kind of a risky sequencing. Oh, bitter reunion, huh? Interesting. I could go to 4 here, because I could go Vamp for Animate Dead, and then I'd go to 2 by using Ancient Tomb. Or no, I guess I wouldn't have to. Yeah, that sounds fine. Let's go attack. I need the mana from the Goblin token, so I have to do this post-combat anyway. Take 9. I don't think the difference between 6 and 4 is massive. Like, I guess I died a Char, but that's not a card I would really expect them to have in their deck. I don't die to any of the 3 damage spells. I think I'd be a lot less likely to go from 5 to 3. And then I really do, like, I died a Fiery Confluence anyway, so let's go Vamp. Oh, I'm getting remanded. That's what they drew? Okay, well that's just a different thing then. Let's just go Blood Tithe go. Pass the turn and see. Okay, so we are in fact up a game playing against, looks like a 4-color control deck. Has Duretti and Oko. Does that make me want like Vindicate? Or I don't want Fire Covenant. Inquisition still looks great. Mind Twist, Iona. Yeah, these cards all look good. I guess the question is, how would my mana look if I didn't play a Plains? I guess I wouldn't need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 white sources already. In that case, I kind of feel comfortable. Oh, plus the Troll. I kind of feel comfortable putting in Vindicate and taking out Snuff out and keeping Dismember in. This kills Fallen Shinobi for 1 mana, which could be really nice. So let's do that. And then now we have Vindicate. They have multiple Planeswalkers that could be kind of annoying. Seems like Vindicate's going to be good. Okay. This deck, can I turn 1 Gristlebrand? Yeah. Land, Dark Ritual, Entomb, Shallowgrave. I'm not even sure that turn 1 Gristlebrand is like amazing, because I don't have a bunch of Moxes or a Lotus to use all those extra cards right away. But turn 1 Atali could be really good. Turn 1 Atali and you spike like a 5-drop off your deck. Opponent said they're a fan of the cube drafts. I like it. All right, well, this hand's great. Turn 1 Duress. Turn maybe 3 Mind Twist. We'll see. Kind of depends on their hand. Like, we can Duress and see when we should Mind Twist. It is possible that turn 2 Mind Twist for 2 off Ancient Tomb is actually good. Exhume. See, look, this is why Exhume sucks. It doesn't look very good here at all. Oh, they have Flash in their deck. Wow, so which 3-drop do I take? I guess I take Oko. That's the most dangerous one. I could take Consider there, but that just feels like a not good use of my cards. Oh, they're not going to crack their... Huh. That's interesting. Why would you not do that? Okay. Watery Grave into... What did you draw? Bitter Blossom. They have 4 cards in hand. Okay, actually that actually helps, because now I go Inquisition, take your Recurring Nightmare. I'm actually going to play Blood Crypt, because I think I might Cycle Savai Triumph. Man, if Worldspine Worm wasn't Worldspine Worm, like if it was one of the creatures that just goes to the graveyard, I'd be a lot happier. Oh, they have a Mana Confluence in hand as well, because then I could Animate Dead it. I'm probably going to Mind Twist them for 3 now. Yeah, and we'll see, but it's feeling like this is a good turn to do that. They like the card they kept. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Oh, so they have Mana Confluence and Worm. So I guess I'm going to Mind Twist them for 2. I guess I take less damage doing it this way. All right. Unfortunately, them drawing Bitter Blossom and Dragon's Rage is putting me under a little bit of pressure. All right. We'll see, though. They have 3 mana, no cards in hand. I'm getting hit for 4. I mean, if I draw Entomb, I just win the game, basically. So far I've drawn lands and a Reanimate, a discard spell, a Reanimate spell, and lands. So I need to draw any of the parts of my deck that are not those things, and I'll be probably in decent shape. Like, I can usually beat a 3/3 plus a Bitter Blossom if I do any of my things. Any Entombs? No Aluris, huh? Yeah, I mean, it's got lifelink, so I guess just playing Luris. And at this point, no, I actually still think I play the Ancient Tomb. I guess technically I should play it first. I think I'm going to want to cycle. So if I try them, I even have white mana from the Mana Confluence. So I'm going to attack with Luris and very gladly trade it and then animate dead Luris. Or maybe exhume it if they have no creatures in their graveyard. So you got to attack with 1 and not 2 fairies, I think is the right play. Assuming you don't have an answer to Luris in hand. Okay, draw. Still looking for that Entomb. I'm going to cycle this, I think. Oh, Vamp Tutor. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's go attack with Luris. And I think it's better to exhume because they have no creatures in their graveyard right now. But it's also nice to not have Luris animated so I can use the animate on something else, and then if that thing dies, replay it with Luris. I don't know. But it does feel like it's worth exhuming here. It would be funny as if they surveilled in response and dumped something big into the graveyard. Okay, they did draw the Remand. Okay. Let's pass. They liked the card they found. So do I end of turn vamp and pay 3 life? I guess it's probably better just to do that and not tap the Ancient Tomb. Okay. They hit a land. But presumably they had a spell they wanted to cast in hand. Otherwise we quit. Oh, they have the Fallen Shinobi. Okay. Well, this could go badly. Let's see what they hit. Goldspan Dragon and Scrubland. I guess I can't vamp. I can vamp down to 1. Gristlebrand, block that. Hold on. If I vamp down to 1, Entomb, I can't do anything, so I guess I can't even use vamp. All right. Yeah. That was unfortunate how that all worked out. It felt like I was in a better position there most of that time, but, well, when they played Bitter Blossom, that was probably like not great. And then they played Dragon Rage, and that was even worse. And then I had a couple turns to do something big, but I wasn't able to. So, all right. I don't think I want Fire Covenant still. Doesn't seem that great. And, well, I mean, I don't know. I discarded their hand. They lived off the top of their deck. They did better than I did at that. But it wasn't like I had a massive advantage there. I had good animate stuff, so had I drawn, the tutor a turn earlier or what have you, it would have been different. Well, all right. If I had a Badlands instead of a mountain, and I go turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Fable, that would be obviously incredible. But turn 2 Fable is still pretty good just by itself, and we'll go from there. Because turn 2 Fable fixes black mana with the treasures, but also lets me discard some of the stuff to find good stuff instead. And given that they're kind of big pivot cards, or like mostly 3-drops, it feels like Inquisition on turn 3 is still going to be pretty good. And they mulligan to 6. And hopefully they don't have a turn 1 way to stop this Fable. If Fable gets spell pierced, that would be pretty bad for me. All right. Now it can't really go that badly. Like, they can deal with the Goblin Shaman, and then I still have the Fable. It's really, I mean, there's a reason this card got banned in Standard. The reason it's so good, it puts 2 things into play, and they're both very powerful for 3 mana. So, opponent did like what they saw with Consider, though. Bzzzt. So many lenses. It doesn't seem very practical to have this many lenses. Like, what are you looking at? Like 17 things at once? Like, most people can't really do that. Overgrown Tomb, untapped, making moves. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to discard. What am I going to discard? I want to discard Luris for sure. I kind of want to discard Vindicate too. Feels like, well, I guess I would have rather had a Vindicate than a Swamp, but I didn't know I was drawing literally 2 more Swamps. Dismember, Miscalculation, Grist, Oko. Wow, two reactive spells and 2 Planeswalkers right away, huh? I'm going to take Dismember, and then I'm going to attack with the Goblin. I don't know that that actually worked out great for them, because now that I know about Miscalculation, it's just not going to be very good, and they're going to have to tap out for a Planeswalker this turn. And then I just pass. They almost should honestly cycle Miscalculation. Yeah, that was a good play. Because now they're going to tap out for a Planeswalker, and I'm just going to get to Dragon them. What do they tap out for? Grist goes up to... Hold on, why is it popping up outside where I can see it? Who knows? Grist goes up to 4 loyalty if you +1 it, so I'm kind of hoping they play Grist. I'm going to Entomb in response here. I'm going to Entomb Gristlebeezy. I think Gristlebrand's the one I want in my graveyard. It's better than Iona when it comes to Corpse Dance, and Atali's more castable than Gristlebrand, so I think that's a good tiebreaker. Okay, well, them just taking a turn off there works really nicely for me. Especially if I draw Action. Oh, that definitely counts as action. Land. Oh, I guess I can't attack with the Goldspan this turn, because I had to use the mana on, or the treasure token, but I'm still going to play Goldspan here. If they end up wanting to play Oko and Oko my Grist, or Oko my Goldspan rather, I can live with that. They're spending a turn not doing anything, and then I get to kill Oko with attackers. So, and also I am going to vamp, and I'm probably just going to vamp for Shallow Grave here. Watery Grave, tapped, and Oko, yep. Whatever, they have Grist left. And you kind of have to just Oko the Goldspan. It's not really that, yeah. There's not really a much better play. Yeah, they're pretty screwed here, because now Shallow Grave it is. Draw. Shallow Grave Gristlebrand, I'll pay 7 life. Dark Ritual Animate dead. Yeah, alright, let's oh. You were done? I still had so many more things to do. I think they were actually just dead. That's 14 damage. I was just gonna attack for 14. Okay, I guess they were done. Alright, nice little round 1. Let's move on to round 2. Alrighty, welcome for round 2. Had a few cough drops, took a little break, and now we're back and ready for action. Round 1. I'm going to keep this hand. We're on the draw, but turn 1 Duress isn't bad. Wheel of Fortune Mind Twist isn't really a combo of any kind, but I think this hand is still totally fine. It's Duress. We see Life from the Loam, Talisman, and Nissa. Oh, let's just take Talisman. And if we can make it such that our opponent doesn't play anything for a while, maybe we can wheel. I'm not sure. Why did they lead with Sanctum instead of Feel It Odd? All right. Oh, there's a Shallow Grave. Huh. If only. Let's just play the Mountain and pass. Unfortunate that Wheel of Fortune Shallow Grave. It would have been nice to wheel into Shallow Grave, but we didn't get there. All right. And now let's see. Do we want to set up a Mind Twist, or do we just want to wheel? Kind of feels like we just want to wheel here. Like Mind Twisting and then wheeling in a few turns seems a lot weaker. I guess since Shallow Grave's already in the graveyard order doesn't matter so much here. Are you going to Boseiju my Ancient Tomb? I actually don't mind that too much, because now I can go get a Blood Crypt. Yeah, and I'll pay the life too. All right. Wheel, and I mean, just in case, I'll put Gristlebrand there. Oh, wow. They have Bazaar, Baghdad, Loam, and Oracle. I guess I'm glad I wheeled this turn. They can now start dredging Loam every time it goes by. We're close to doing something, but we're not going to yet. Could Dark Witcher out of Lurrus? That wouldn't accomplish much. This is already gone. They did eventually dredge Loam, which makes sense to me. Next turn, I'm probably just going to Dark Ritual out of Goldspan. Just use Dark Ritual. Oh, uh-oh. They look like a lands deck, that's for sure. Do they have some kind of fast bond action? They have to have a land here. You would be if you have Loam in your hand and you miss a land drop, it's just crazy. Oh, they didn't want a Loam. I guess they really wanted to get that Devoted Druid out. Let's actually Bazaar here, because I would much rather do some kind of reanimating than gold spanning, but I guess I didn't find a Bazaar. Oh, just discard that. All right, well, let's gold span it up then. Seems like the best play given the circumstances. This will give us a lot of mana to work with, and hopefully we can use that next turn between Bazaar, Baghdad, and Seasoned Pyromancer. I'll be able to look at a lot of cards and maybe get a Gristlebeezy into play. I'm not too worried about the Field of the Dead. I'm worried about them having now 7 mana thanks to that Devoted Druid. If they're starting with Loam, oh no, 8 mana. Okay. They're starting with Grim Monolith. That's a little bit more dangerous. Let's see how this works out, but I'm not loving how this is looking. Kenrith the Return King? There's nothing really to bring back. You can't give it haste, you're just gonna Loam now? Yeah. Honestly, for being a new hand and 8 mana, Loaming back a Bazaar and some random lands is just not that big of a deal. Ooh, a Tali? I can just cast a Tali now? Alright, I guess that sounds pretty good. Goldspan goes pretty hard. And I guess we'll Bazaar as well. Okay, land. I'm going to discard 2 lands. And I'm 1 mana short. I guess I could actually just discard a Tali, because then I can animate Dead It. Is that better than animating a Gristlebrand? I guess, yeah, why don't I discard a Tali, animate Dead Gristlebrand, and that should give me the ability to then animate Iona or a Tali. I guess I'm not sure which one is better. We'll pay 7 life and draw 7 cards. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff I can do here. Let's start with Inquisition of Kozilek to get an idea of what we're facing. It doesn't look like I'm animating this turn. Okay, a Tameo and alt lands, sure. Oh, I guess Boseiju to kill the animate dead is a thing, but that's what the word Lurrus comes in. So let's go land, and let's get double red, and I think I'm gonna dismember the Kenrith, paying a black and a life. And 1. And then add double red and play a Fable here. And then next turn, I'll have a ton of mana and the ability to do whatever I want, really. I didn't quite find my last animate spell because I have Shallow Grave, Exhume, Animate Dead. Yeah, they can Bazaar. They can kill the Gristlebrand by blowing up the Animate Dead, but I'm going to be able to get Animate back with Luris. Also, the Goblin Shaman makes a treasure token, so I'll have a lot of mana next turn. And then, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Oh, what is this? Could this be a Tameo? And I guess next turn I'm also just getting to attack for 6 here, which isn't bad. At some point we'll get an Atali into play, and that'll be pretty decent too. Oh, also I got a new mouse, by the way. Nice little Logitech. Yeah, there goes the Boseiju. So I have Exhume left. Oh, and Life Death, right. I'll just get the Savai Triumph. I think that's fine. Gristlebrand's gone. They didn't dredge Loam, but they could play Tameo here. I'm not even sure what Tameo's going to do. Like, it protects them from discard, which is funny. You got to remember not to mind twist them. They can't make you discard or sacrifice. Oh, they're +1ing? What are they naming? Did they hit Time Walk? They had to have hit. They named Fast Bond and Mist, and they hit Time Walk. Wow, okay. Well, I'll be able to kill Tameo here if I want to. Oh, Bitter Reunion. Okay, yeah, let's discard Vamp and Season Pyro. I think that's fine. 5 cards left. I'll Bazaar down to 3 cards left, I guess, because I want to find Exhume. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I guess they can Exhume back a Kenrith. Is that the only thing they have? Yeah. Because I have Bitter Reunion now. If I want, I can attack. Let's see, Iona's a 7/7, so it's not quite lethal. Same with Gristlebrand, because they can block the Goblin Shaman. So maybe I don't end up wanting to do that. Let me see. Oh, I also have Luris Animate. I don't have enough mana to give haste. Okay, well in that case, let's just go attack Tameo here. Let's just get rid of Tameo. Make treasures. And the question is, what do I want to bring back? Well, I think what I do, I think I go Luris. And I think I'm going to Animate Dead. So let's actually sack this for black. Animate Dead Iona and name green. And the reason I do that is because now they can't dredge Loam to Loam back Boseiju. And then I can play a Blood Tithe as well. And there's just no reason to Exhume, I don't think. And pass the turn. All right, well, they can't play green cards. And they can't dredge Loam. They can Bazaar. That's fine. I don't really know what they can play that's not green. I mean, they're playing 5 colors. They can play a bunch of colors of stuff. And, you know, maybe they can cast something, but it's going to have to be something pretty good. Oh, Caracas. You know, they have a couple cards in their deck that are pretty good against me, like Caracas and Boseiju are both pretty nice. That said, I think I'll be fine here. Okay, let's draw. There's a life death. Make sure not to kill myself here. Let's go Bitter Reunion, decline to discard. Let's Animate Dead the Gristlebrand. Sack Bitter Reunion. And they take 10 in the air. I have 3 taggers. You know what? While I'm here, oops, that's not what I want. While I'm here, let's cast Life. And Sack Bitter Reunion. Whoa. And it's not lethal because they have a Zern Orb. Well, lethal enough. They were going to take a bunch of damage. Okay, so against that, I mean, they have some lands that are going to be pretty annoying for me. I think that's okay. Do I want Kogla and Yadar? Do I want Fire Covenant? Like, Mizzix's Mastery, Magma Opus doesn't seem crazy. I still think Duress and Inquisition are both pretty good against them. Snuff Out's going to be great. I mean, Tamiyo's annoying. I have 3 discard spells, but I think that's okay. And I have enough Reanimates that aren't enchantments that Besager's not always going to get me. Caracas is going to be annoying, but I don't think I even want to side in Vindicate because they have Life from the Loam, so Vindicating Caracas seems like not a really good productive way to do it. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep this hand. This hand is totally fine. Just organizing a draft as well. All right. Oh, Shallow Grave. This is a little turn 2 Gristlebeezy, or maybe a Tolly. Let's see. Oh, I get to snuff that out. It kind of feels like I'm in good enough shape that it's just worth getting Gristlebrand and just get, like, Gristlebrand locks in the value. Atali has higher high end. If you Atali and you hit a Nissa on their end and a Yon on my end, you know, that sort of thing, it's obviously crazy. But guaranteeing 7 or 14 if I want, but probably 7 is going to be enough. Guaranteeing 7 cards, yeah, this is going to be plenty. Means that my reward is quite nice with Gristlebrand every single time. And let's discard here. I have to discard 4 cards. So Gristlebrand is gone. Definitely want to discard a land. Actually, definitely want to discard 2 lands. I think I'll keep the Vamp. Do I want both Inquisition and Duress is the problem. Because if I want both Inquisition and Duress, no, I think that'll probably be difficult. I might have to just discard Seasoned Pyromancer because I have Bazaar already, and then discard Inquisition. I don't know. That's pretty close. There's a lot I could do there. What I'm probably going to do this turn is Duress plus Dismember plus use Bazaar maybe. Okay. Well, I guess I'm glad I kept Duress. Oh, Dark Ritual. So I can do it all, actually. Because I can Dark Ritual, Duress, Vamp, Bazaar, and then Life Death. Yeah, let's just Duress first just to see. Nissa leaving Elder Gargaroth there. All right, so let's go Dark Ritual, Vamp. You know what? I'm going to get a Tolly. I think it's just... The problem I have with getting Iona is if I take Iona and end up they draw Caracas, it's really bad for me, whereas Itali at least gives me a pretty good shot. Okay, Exploration and Fable. All right, well, Exploration's not much, but Fable's pretty good. And if they don't play Caracas, then I'm just in great shape. I just was worried that Caracas would be too bad, whereas now I feel like I'm in pretty good shape here. Because they can play an Elder Gargaroth. They can go land Gargaroth, but yeah, not enough. All right. That's a nice little round 2. Generally, green is a good matchup for Reanimator. Just like, you're faster than them. Like, obviously, Entombed Shallowgrave is very fast. But Entombed Shallowgrave Snuff Out, I mean, that's the nut draw. But you're just able to kill their mana elves and do your plan. And then your plan goes over the top of theirs. So, nice little round 2. Let's get on to round 3. Alrighty, time for round 3. Let's see if we can pull off a clean sweep. Well, I'm definitely going to keep this hand. There is an argument for trying to discard to hand size, but I have the Seasoned Pyro, so what I'm just going to do is hope that I draw a red source by turn 3. Turn 3 Pyro, discard the 2 giant things, and then exhume my way to victory. Seems pretty simple. Seems doable. We'll have to see if that works out. Have a Dismember to kind of interact until then. Would really like to draw a red source. I guess we have the fallback plan if we just miss a bunch of just discarding, but I hope to not go down that road. Okay. What else are we hoping to draw? I mean, even Entomb wouldn't... I guess I would still actually love to draw Entomb because that would just set up a turn 3 Atali, which is good enough too. But we'll have to see where this goes. Boom, boom, boom. All right, draw. All right, Mana Confluence, go. Look, if I just miss, I'll go... On my next turn, I just say go. Turn after that, I discard, and it's not very good, but... What else am I going to do, right? Also, Animate Dead is kind of nice because if they play a good creature and I go Dismember into Entomb, that could be kind of cool. Let's see what we're up against. A black-green fetch doesn't give us very much information. Into Jetmir's Garden, yes. I mean, who knows? Does make it a lot less likely they're playing some sort of like aggressive deck. In fact, now they don't look like that at all. Kinnan Bonder Prodigy. Yeah, we're gonna kill that one, I think. The problem with not killing Kinnan is if I don't kill it, then next turn if I draw a red, I tap out, and then they play Basalt Monolith and get me. I don't even think Animate Deading the Kinnan does anything, so I'm just gonna pass. One downside to killing it is, of course, that I then don't get to discard to hand size. Well, if I have to, I'll cycle Animate Dead on Uro. Let's see what land they have. Plains, okay. Red would still be just great here. All right, well, a turn late, but you know what? That's okay. Seasoned Pyro. Let's discard Yuna and then Gristlebrand. I want Yuna in the graveyard first, so that if I shallow grave, it'll be Gristlebrand that comes up. Okay, a turn later than I wanted, but I have 4 power in play. They presumably want to do something, and then next turn I can bring back both of my creatures if I want. I'm not sure how much I want to exhume, because if they have Kinnan, then like if I exhume and they put Kinnan back into play, they can maybe go off. Also, at the very least, they get to put Uro back into play. I don't really care too much about this. It's kind of rough not knowing what's in their deck for in terms of what to name for Yona. Oh, Animate Dead is interesting. I think I'm going to shallow grave the Gristlebrand and send. I guess I could draw first because I'm definitely going to draw. And see what I draw. I did want to draw Dark Ritual. I was kind of hoping to draw a way to look at their hand. I guess what I might just do is a Atali here. So let's go black, go to 2, Dark Ritual, Entomb, Atali Primal Conqueror, and then Animate Dead. I guess I should also play my land just in case they have Daze. Though I guess at this point we probably can figure that they don't. Okay, Animate Dead Atali into some big whammies. Time Walk Wheel of Fortune? Well, I'm definitely casting Time Walk. Do I want to cast Wheel of Fortune? No, I don't even think I do. Right? Is Wheel of Fortune good? No. Atali into Time Walk? If I'm the opponent, I'm like pretty tilted right now. Okay, hit you. I don't think I need to Gristlebrand again here. Discard to hand size here. Do I want to discard? I'm at 9. Do I want to discard Life Death? I discard Ancient Tomb, actually. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. Maybe that was actually bad. I don't know. Let's send with the crew. This seems pretty tempting to block Atali. Oh, they did not. All right. They take a bunch of damage. And I mean, let's just go Blood Tithe Harvester into Fable. I don't think I actually need to get super fancy here. Let's just get a mountain. I have Goldspan, Inquisition, Mind Twist, Snuff Out, and left. All right, and pass the turn. I couldn't block Questing Beast with most of my idiots anyway. Also, I wouldn't have minded them trading for Atali, because then I just go Luris, Animate Dead, use Luris to replay Animate Dead on Atali again. I think I'm just going to chump with the Blood Tithe here, because I don't really want to die to a bolt for no reason. Hopefully they can't Animate Dead or regrowth their Time Walk. Yeah, that's what I was worried about, honestly. All right. Well, they're going to need something pretty good to finish me off. I mean, I guess they don't need something that good. They just need a deal 3. This looks like I'm dying. Oh, 4th Year Lingus. Wow. They got me, huh? I guess Time Walk is that powerful. There's a reason I think Time Walk's the best. All right. Down a game here. Didn't really think that was super likely to happen, but I needed them to not draw a land, I guess, that turn, or to have regrowth for Time Walk. This makes me want Fire Covenant a little bit. Is Duress good? Duress is okay, probably. I think I'm fine here. All right, I'm on the play. Well, wow. On the draw, I could actually see an argument, because you could just draw, discard Gristlebrand, next turn draw, Dark Ritual, Duress, Animate Dead, but I don't think I'm supposed to keep that hand. Yeah, I mean, I have to keep this hand, but obviously this hand's not very good. Need to draw. If I draw Wheel of Fortune or Mind Twist, this hand can improve. Fable's also fine. Their hand is Swords to Plowshares, 4th Year Lingus. I'm just going to take 4th Year Lingus and not worry about the Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, I guess maybe not finding Snuff Out last game was kind of bad, as it turns out. All right, Plains go. Life, death, huh? Let's just pass. I'm probably going to Life Death the Troll next turn, but there's just no reason to Dark Ritual it, because they're just going to Swords to Plowshares it, which I think is still fine. Okay, let's get... I actually would rather cycle, so I think I'm just going to get Blood Crypt. Swamp Cycle this. Might as well get Scrubland, I suppose. Because I've already used my Arid Mace anyway. All right, draw. Okay. Death. Lose 6, gain 6. Yep. And hope to draw action. I mean, I have drawn death plus land so far. Verdant, so they're going to play Uro, and then they're going to turbo out a Workshop War Chief, which doesn't really do much for me, or for them. I mean, it's fine. It's just not the biggest threat in the world. Really what I need to find is, I mean, Wheel of Fortune, I guess, is the card I'd rather draw most. Because even Mind Twist here, like, my main problem is that they're just very close to putting Uro back into play if I Mind Twist them, assuming they put an island into play here. Oh, they didn't play a land. All right, well, actually, Mind Twist would be a fantastic draw here. Mind Twist. Yeah, I'm going to Animate Dead the Uro. Okay, can we move this over here? Uro. It's going to die again, but I draw a card at least. Wheel? Oh, no, Fable. All right. That works for me, because now I get to go land, because I get to play the extra land off Uro into Fable. Fable's a great draw. All right. Now I've got a lot of mana, and I'm going to get to see some new cards off Fable, and I actually have enough mana that I could cast most of my things. I can't cast Iona. Everything else. Is Noble really their only play here? I mean, it's scary because they have... Oh, they're going to have Time Walk here, or they're going to Regrowth. It's a little scary because they have 5 spells in hand, but it's probably still better for me. Yeah, all right. That they're not playing something. I guess if they draw a land now, they can just play the Workshop War Chief. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's still not that bad. It gains them 3 life, and when it dies, they make a 4/4. They can flash it back, I guess. But if I get a big thing... All right, well, I'm just going to discard both of these. Action. Blood Teeth Harvester. Okay. Still looking for action here. Okay, and I guess that was not the order I really wanted to draw all those, because now I drew the Animate, then the Gristlebrand, and I had to discard everything. I'm going to wait on attacking with the Goblin Shaman. There's a decent chance I do want to attack with it next turn. Is this Eternal Witness for Time Walk? Probably. Oh, Natural Order sacking that. The Noble Hierarch. This looks like an Atroxa to me, which is, I assume, going to be unbeatable. I mean, I guess you could be getting Craterhoof now. Oh, Kogla and Yadaro. Sure. And attacking for 12. This has trample. Yeah, I guess it puts a 4/4 into play. Let's just take it. All right. Time for me to draw some action. I mean, Dismember's not horrible. I guess I'll attack with the Goblin Shaman and make a token. And then pass the turn. And my plan here, it's a real cunning plan, is to block Kogla and Yadaro with Bloodtithe Harvester, and then Dismember to give it -5/-5, make it into a 2/2, and then next turn, if I attack with the Goblin Shaman, I'll go up to 7 mana, and if I draw a land, I can cast Gristlebrand. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't really change my plan too much, honestly. And this doesn't have trample right now even, so I don't even have to do this before damage or anything. All right, I go to 5. Dismember that. Okay, land is good. Spell is good. Well, some spells. Not Savai Triome, please. That would be demoralizing. See if we can pull this out. And all right, well, obviously there's a lot of ways this goes wrong, but for right now, we've got a plan at least. Okay. Gristle Beezy. Let's go. I'm at 5. You have a 5/3. If your 4-color deck has no way to kill a Gristlebrand, then I'm probably going to win this game. I mean, because then next turn I get to attack for 7, draw 7 cards, and from there I assume I can win. All right, Prismatic Vista, that's fine. I guess if they have nothing, they could attack and blitz. Kinan Bonder Prodigy. That doesn't really do anything right here. Okay. We're in it. We're in it. Let's go. And draw. That one I don't want to cast. There would have been times where that would have been great. Now is not one of them. Let's attack with this. I'm going to draw 7 cards. Technically, that puts me dead if I don't find something, but like, sure. That's obviously not the way to play this game. Yeah, so I can Bitter Reunion, Shallow Grave, Itali. That's a pretty good start. Oh, I guess I can Bazaar of Baghdad. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, let's discard Entomb, Ancient Tomb. Actually, hold on. Let's discard Entomb, Itali. Oh, I can just cast it. Oh, I already played my land. No. Let's guard Entomb, Itali, Iona. And let's put Iona in the graveyard first. And let's also go Bitter Reunion. I'm going to discard Wheel of Fortune at this point, because I am not casting Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Duress. All right. Might as well see what your last card is. Craterhoof Behemoth, but you're 2 mana short of casting it. Okay. Pass the turn, I guess. And I'm not technically dead here, even if they counter the Shallow Grave, because I've got Wait, we didn't get an island? We have Uro in the graveyard. What's going on? Because we could snuff out the Workshop War Chief if needed. So 7 mana, so I guess you can play that and activate Kinnan. Sure. Well, you got Craterhoof in hand, so that one's not going to help you. I feel like I'm not that worried about Craterhoof, given that I think there's a decent chance I win next turn. I mean, I guess putting a Tali into play isn't a guaranteed win. Oh, what I could do, I mean, we'll see. You're going to, I guess, animate Uro here, so... Oh, no, we're going Kinnan. All right, yeah, go for it. See what you got. Put a non-human creature into play. You bricked. Okay. Now I think if I snuff out... Hold on, I think it's just a guaranteed win. If I snuff out, go to 1, block that, and then Shallow Grave. That's put you to 4. Yeah, that's actually like exactly enough. All right, so snuff out that, go to 1. You can get a 4/4. Block. I even get to at the beginning of the next end step, so I guess I can Shallow Grave now. I even get to give haste to whatever the things I hit off Italy were. All right, I guess I'll cast Thrun and Seasoned Pyromancer, sure. Yeah, this will be, I think this will be enough. Okay, all right, game 3 here. Didn't think I was losing game 1, and I didn't think I was winning this game, so here we go. Playing against Time Walk, that is rough. Snuff Out is fantastic here. Ophiomancer might actually be pretty good. It doesn't. The reason I didn't board it initially is it's pretty bad against Questing Beast, but it's decent against Kogla and Yadaro. I don't know. Is there something better? On the draw, I could cut Wheel of Fortune. I don't really want to, though. No. There's also Fire Covenant. Fire Covenant could be decent as well. I don't really want to cut any of these cards, though. Yeah, maybe over Exhume. They have a lot of creatures in their deck. All right. Let's try this on the draw. Game 3 here. Any turn on Gristlebrands? See if we can get there. Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to keep this hand. We'll see if this Fire Covenant's better than Exhume. I guess we'll find out. Turn 1, I guess I'm just going Savai Triumph into Blood Tithe into Fable is my plan. And going to work from there. I might actually end up discarding Bazaar of Baghdad to Fable here. Opponent's mulliganing. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Fire Covenant when they've mulliganed and, you know, maybe I can kill 2 creatures with it or something. Okay, they mulled to 6. Turn 1, a Jetmir's Garden. Hardin the Jetmir. All right, Mana Confluence also looking like a card I'll be able to discard here. Snuff Out's a really good one. That's a card I do not mind drawing in this matchup. Steam Vents tapped? Yeah. Oh. Well, Ignoble's good, but I think I'm actually going to be pretty happy. Oh, yeah, I've got a Duress. I could play Blood Tithe, but if I get like 4th Year Lingust here, it's just so bad. Yep, we will not be getting 4th Year Lingust. In fact, we're going to take that, and then next turn, they're going to play Kinnan, and I'm going to go Fire Covenant, pop both your creatures. Well, the Fire Covenant sideboard plan looking pretty good here. That's going to keep them pretty far away from Escape to the Wilds. So Escape's their last card. Yeah, I like it, because Kinnan would make it so Ignoble taps for 2 mana. I'm not even sure that they have Basalt Monolith in their deck. They might, but they also could just be playing Kinnan because of Mana Dorks. All right, well, Wheel of Fortune probably not going to make too much of an appearance here either. Fire Covenant, you're down to 2 cards in hand, one of which is Escape, so If they miss on lands for a turn, then I'm feeling really good about this game. Even if they don't, I'm feeling pretty good. Duress into Fire Covenant was pretty good this game. Don't want to see Uro. Oh, Regrowth, Forthy or Lingus, no land. Okay. Let's go Fable. And I think I play the Mana Confluence, not the Bazaar of Baghdad. Given that I have the Fable, if they don't draw a land here, it's so good for me. Because given that I have the Fable, I can discard to that. If they don't draw a land, they can't cast Forthy or Lingus. Like, they can cast it for 1 if they want to kill my Goblin Shaman, but they won't become the Monarch. I'll just block. I guess if they don't draw a land, they don't really have a better play. Nope, they're just waiting. All right. Works for me as well. Draw. I will use the ability. I'm definitely discarding Wheel of Fortune. I think I discard Wheel into Yona. All right, there's an Entomb. Blood Tithe. Let's see. Land. I'm going to discard the Entomb to draw a card here. Oh, Life Death. Okay. There we go. So let's attack with this. And Life Death Iona. I take 10. That's a lot of damage. And I'm just going to choose white because it stops Swords to Plowshares and Forthy or Lingus. And then next turn I can cast Atali off of all my treasures. I don't need very many turns of Iona for this to be good enough. I do have to watch out that I don't die to something like Questing Beast. Well, now I can play Atali before attacking, which I think is worth doing. Let's see what we hit here. Any Time Walks? Oh, Snuff Out and Oust. All right, well, I'm going to Snuff Out the Noble. And I don't really think I need to play the Oust. Boom. All right. This looks like a pretty hard position to lose from. Naming white even stops random stuff like Balance and Wrath of God Damn could get me. But there's not a whole lot else. Well, the Fire Covenant plan really came together nicely. And that's a trophy. That's a 3-0. And that'll be another successful draft here. Ba-boom. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate you hanging out. Nice little Rakdos Reanimator deck led to a trophy. I'll see you next time. New draft up tomorrow. Be back. We'll see what we draft. It'll always be fun. I'll see you then.